Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Tonight, the big story is that Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot failed in her bid to win re-election, making her the first incumbent Chicago mayor not to be re-elected in 40 years. For more on that, watch a different show, because I have no opinion about that. It's either good or bad, and I don't know. Another thing I have no opinion about, where the coronavirus came from. I want to know where it is now. So I cannot be there. Yeah. On Sunday, we learned the Department of Energy believes that the COVID pandemic was the result of a lab leak, a belief they hold with low confidence. It's not reassuring. It's like if Arby's changed their slogan to, "We're pretty sure what we have is meats." If I had to guess, gun to my head, I'd say meats. Back in 2021, it was first reported that the FBI had moderate confidence that the pandemic was the result of an accidental lab leak, but the FBI never publicly acknowledged that until yesterday, when we heard from FBI Director Christopher Wray, seen here announcing the arrests made in Operation Bazoombas. Yeah. Massive force. Massive display of force. Now, Wray sat down with the Fox News and dropped this opposite of a bombshell.
The FBI has for quite some time now assessed that the origins of the pandemic are most likely a potential lab incident in Wuhan.
Most likely, potential. That is darn close to hypothetically, nearly conceivably, imaginable maybe. Somewhere between possible and probable, so it's definitely possible. We live in a world of infinite possibility. Still, everybody wants a definitive answer on this, and I'm sure if the FBI director is finally going to announce this on TV, he's got a whole lot of details to share.
There are not a whole lot of details I can share that aren't classified.
Okay, if you can't share it, maybe tell someone at that Chinese lab, and if they leak it, you'll know you were right. If the FBI isn't willing to share the proof to back up their statement, I agree with Dr. Fauci, who says that when it comes to the origins of COVID, we may never know. Now, that's a hard truth, but it's a truth we all learned from the classic PSA.
I don't know.
Some people don't need to know anything about anything to have some pretty strong opinions. Take Georgia Representative and escaped diorama of a Neanderthal female, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yesterday, Greene was at a subcommittee hearing on COVID. For the record, she's pro. She was against most of the precautions like masks and vaccines and lockdowns, and she made a pretty convincing point about the present state of American education.
The response to COVID-19 was devastating to our country, and it's going to be years before we really know the effects and the outcome on our society, and especially on our children. What it did to our children's math and reading levels is horrific. Here's what is shocking to me. There are 524 and 481. This is over 1 million, 1.5 million.
Okay. All right. I know watching that made my math level drop. I'm gonna say by at least 1.1289, 107.5, best of the 80s, 90s, and today, 8575309, 8675588.
Wow, today.
Greene clarified where she's coming from with all this COVID info.
I'm not a doctor.
Thank you. No one thought you were a doctor. The vibe I get is nurse who pockets the codeine. Speaking, really? Okay, all right. Speaking of nurses, yesterday Joe Biden was in Virginia Beach to give a speech about the cost of health care, and he cheered up the crowd with a feel-good story about being in the ICU.
By the way, you docs are good, but if there's any angels in heaven, they're all nurses, male and female. You know why? You guys make us, allow us to live. Nurses make you want to live. When I was at Walter Reed all that time, after a couple craniotomies, I was lying there, and I had a nurse named Pearl Nelson, military. She'd come in and do things that I don't think you learn in medical school, nursing school.
Is it over yet? I can't look, but I also can't look away. I feel like I'm watching a chainsaw juggler with a case of the shakes. Okay, everyone agrees, nurses are heroes. I understand. Go on.
She'd whisper in my ear. I couldn't understand her.
Yes. When you're in a comatose state, nothing is more comforting than someone getting right next to your head and going, "Asa, wasa, wasa, kasa." Maybe some ASMR. Stay alive. So much to live for. Fritos. He went on.
She'd actually breathe on me to make sure that there was a connection, a human connection. She even went home and brought back her pillow from her own bed because she knew the one I had, the one comfortable.
That sounds like a horror story. I've brought my own pillow. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. Asa wasa, asa wasa, asa wasa, asa. How long did that take? How long was that? Oh, there's some troubling news from Tennessee thanks to a Republican governor and dad's friend saying, "Wow, you really grew up over the summer." Bill Lee. Lee announced he will be signing Tennessee's sweeping new anti-LGBTQ bills, which, among other things, will ban gender-affirming treatment for transgender youth. Come on! Transgender or not, I don't care who you are, all teens struggle with figuring out relationships to their bodies. You think Unilever had grown adults in mind when they made Axe body spray and Golden Mango? You know their motto, "Mom, I did shower." Tennessee isn't just coming for the young ones. The governor also said he'd signed a bill that would restrict drag shows. Yes, he wants to severely limit drag. Our founding fathers did not create this country so men could wear frilly shirts, silk stockings, and powdered wigs.
That's good. That's good.
Specifically, the bill criminalizes adult-oriented performances by male or female impersonators, which means the citizens of Tennessee will finally be safe from Reba McEntire. Oh, yes. Reba is exposing our children to tempting buckets of breasts and thighs. To defend targeting the LGBTQ community, Governor Lee claims the bill would protect children from being potentially exposed to sexualized entertainment. Okay, but sexualized is in the eye of the beholder. How are you going to control that? It's really important that none of their elementary school teachers wear open-toed sandals that have a really long middle toe, you know, like almost like a finger. Real graceful, high arch. That would be wrong. I'll send you some photos of what would be wrong. Plus, this whole stupid bill is redundant because Tennessee already bans obscenity in front of minors. It was landmark legislation. That's why the Great Smoky Mountains had to put on a bra. Even Tennessee Republicans are a bit confused by this bill. When it was being discussed in the state legislature, one representative raised an important question.
If we're having a professional wrestling show at a county fair and some promotion decides to have a bra and panties match, is that, potentially a crime?
And while we're on the subject, what about, say, if some blue ribbon cows had a wet T-shirt contest, you know. Real tasteful stuff. Cleavage, but no full teat. I mean, videotape for distribution. Would that be a crime, or could someone sell that in the lobby today for $24.99 on DVD? Know who else can't define what drag is? Governor Bill Lee, because the day before he announced he'd signed the bill, a picture of him emerged dressed in drag in high school. Okay. Admittedly, those are some great gams, but I'm sorry. Those pearls. Governor, remember what Coco Chanel famously said about accessories. Before you leave the house, look in the mirror and stop trying to score political points with your base at the expense of real human beings, you dick.
Come on.
We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Michelle Yeoh and the star of Jay-Z Jones in the Six, Riley Keough. But when we come